G'day! We're an adventurous Aussie family who took the plunge, quite literally, and sold everything to chase a dream of life at sea. Since leaving Australia, we've covered some 30,000 nautical miles and have made it 2/3 of the way around the world. Join us as we share a raw, honest look at our life afloat. Whether we're navigating tricky passages, diving into turquoise waters, tackling boat repairs, or soaking in sunset anchorages, we aim to bring you along for every part of the journey, warts and all. Excelsior, onwards and upwards. So this is our 5th attempt to leave Salvador. The weather's still not ideal, but it's better than the last 4 tries. As we got around the lighthouse, the swell's now on the beam, and it should even turn around onto the tail hopefully, and we'll have a much smoother run. We just had to punch through the swell to get out of the channel. Brennan's got a much better feeling today, even though it's a Friday and we don't normally leave on Fridays because we're a bit superstitious. It's looking good. I think we're just going to have to punch through it and get the hell out of here because our visa's running out, as per usual. And yeah, we've just got to get around the Horn of Brazil, and then it should be pretty cool conditions. I hear it gets pretty fast through there too with the current, but it'll be all downwind run, which Excelsior loves. So hopefully that looks pretty promising. Onwards and upwards. See you later, Salvador.
So, as Sarah said, 5th attempt. There's the lighthouse of Salvador in the background, and we're off. I did have the head sail out for a little bit because the wind was on the beam, but it'll just turn and run with it a little bit. It's just so uncomfortable. I don't know if you can see it, the camera never does it justice, but these are probably some of the biggest and most confused seas we've been in. It's just coming from every bloody direction. And we were trying to head out to sea, and it was just too bad. It was just too rough, and you go over a wave and hit the next one and stop dead. Whereas right now at this angle, we're still doing about 6.5, 7 knots. So I'm just gonna do this and make as much bloody progress as I can. Engines are on, I don't care. I genuinely, this is the first time ever, I just don't give a shit. I'm gonna keep both of them on for the next 3 days if I have to. We just have to get around this corner of Brazil. Once we do, we'll be laughing, but the next 2 days are gonna be a real test. They're gonna be pretty shitty, but hey, it's not all beer and Skittles, is it? So let's just see how we go. We're going to try as hard as we can in the next 24 hours just to cover as much ground as humanly possible. Whether it be comfortable or not, I don't care. We're just going to punch it. Obviously, if it becomes unsafe, I'll turn around, but I really don't want to sail back into Salvador for a 6th time. Not that Salvador's not great, we're just done. We need to go. So wish us luck. It's bloody lumpy. We're just coming to the end of day 1 leaving Salvador. It's been pretty shit. It's been really uncomfortable, and it's not looking like it's going to change anytime soon, probably the next couple of days. So we've just got to deal with it. We've only got the head sail out for the moment. Still motoring, and I'm just going to keep the engines on for the rest of the bloody trip. The swell is just coming from everywhere, every direction. It's the most confused shit we've been in a very long time. So it is what it is. It's a means to an end. We just got to get off this coastline and get around the north coast of Brazil, and we'll be better. But we'll see what tonight holds. If the forecast is for a fair bit of rain, and if that's the case, and I'm going to keep the engines on, I'm going to pack the head sail away, close up all the clears, close up the cockpit, and we'll just let the engines burn us all the way there, and we'll hide for the trip. So yeah, that's all we can do. Sarah's having fun apparently. Nope, this sucks. It sucks.
I've already fed the fish.
Already fed the fish? Did you really? I didn't know that. Oh no, darling.
An hour ago.
Shit.
That's why I had to lay down.
Yeah. Anyway, it sucks, but we'll be there soon. Just the worst swell. It's like nearly a 2 meter swell at 7 seconds. Bloody horrible. Morning. Well, that was a bloody horrible night. It is so uncomfortable out here. No one slept. We just had squall after squall after squall last night. I don't think we're not gonna make it all the way to Jacare. The sea state isn't improving. The wind's just all over the place. I've still got both the engines running. I haven't even bothered putting the head sail out this morning. We go from 5 knots on the beam to 20 on the nose to 10 on the tail. It's just a nightmare. So I'm just going to keep burning the dinosaurs, and we're going to try and call into São Miguel, a really small river. It's a really small sort of tributary on the coast here. Apparently there's a really nice marina in there, run by a gentleman named Zizeko, who's been really, really helpful and friendly. So I think that's what we'll do. It's only 120 mile from here, which means it'll be another another night at sea, and we'll arrive really early tomorrow morning. He's going to come out apparently and guide us in, because it's a really shallow, really narrow bar crossing. So he comes out in a boat and he guides yachts in, which is pretty bloody amazing. And he's offered us a week for free in the marina. Not that we can stay that long. We've got to keep moving. We're starting to run out of our visa, so we'll definitely take him up on a few days though. Yeah, so we're just settling into night 2. The sails are just starting to flog actually. Today was pretty non-eventful. The winds dropped off a bit this morning. We were still motoring in a pretty horrible sea state, and actually it still isn't a great sea state, but yeah, after about lunchtime we managed to drop one of the engines off and throw the head sail out and just cruise along motor sailing. And then this evening we turned the second engine off, and we've just been putting along nice and slow. The reason being, we don't want to get into São Miguel before daylight. We've decided to call in, just have a couple of days rest and chill out. Now the bar entrance there is apparently really, really difficult. Very narrow, very shallow, and quite tricky with reef either side. So the marina manager there, a gentleman named Zizeko, he's I believe he's going to come out in a boat in the morning and guide us through, which is a little nerve-wracking, but he's done it for hundreds of boats, so he obviously knows what he's doing. Yeah, nothing really to report. We didn't see anything. Other rods out today, no fish. Didn't see any whales. Saw some dolphins earlier on, but that's about it. Pretty boring. This is still probably one of the most uncomfortable seas we've been in the last 2 days. Not scary, not dangerous at all, but just incredibly uncomfortable. Just confused and all over the place, and just rocking the boat left and right in short periods. Just shit house. Anyway, it is what it is. You get some good ones, you get some bad ones, and this is one we'll try and forget quite quickly, I think, once we get around the top. But yeah, Brody's just about to start his shift. We've got I think we've got about 50 mile to go. You can see on the radar there's actually a scud out there. Not that you'll be able to see it through the camera there, but I have to keep an eye on that too. Those things come through like bullets sometimes and whip up the sea state. We've got to get things a little bit rowdy. So moving right along here, and then we come into this little section here where we've got to navigate this reef. Oh, what are you doing? Raymarine, sort your shit out. These things are so dodgy. You can see there's reef there, and then there's like a reef crossing here as well. So apparently we're going to come around and then down, big S bend and that. So probably best we wait for the pilot to guide us in. But yeah, we'll film that in the morning and see how we go. Alrighty, good morning. We Had a pretty slow night last night. We motored most of the night, just no wind at all, and the seas, thank God, calmed right down, which was bloody lovely, considering the first 36 hours was just horrible. We're just approaching São Miguel, Barra de São Miguel right now, and it looks like there's a huge fog bank actually up the river where we've got to go in, but we should be right. The pilot is coming out and meeting us in about half an hour, just out the front here. We got Teo. We slowed down overnight to let Teo catch up so we can all go in together. So they're only just behind us right now. But yeah, nothing much to report about last night. Boring. A little bit of rain, not squally like the night before, so can't complain at all. This is supposed to be one of the more dicey entrances to any harbour on the Brazilian coast, so we're just going to hover out the front and just wait for this pilot to come out and guide us through. Apparently it's perfectly safe, but I mean, if you look at the charts, it looks dodgy. It looks really dodgy. Not something I would have ever even considered attempting had there not been the offer of a pilot. So I'll show you really quickly. So you got reef here, here and here, and we basically come in here. We have to go around that reef, and then apparently we come back in across, and behind this is like a big ledge reef, and then we got to make our way up this river. So again, like I said, you would never ever attempt to do this without a pilot, so it should be interesting. I'm actually going to do some sonar logging. You can see on my phone there, it's actually recording the depths, so I'll sonar log this and we can send it off to Navionics. And then obviously the next people that come through, they'll have those accurate depths and where the channel is and all that sort of good stuff. It's pretty good how they do that, but yeah, and for my own sake, if we need to leave, I'm going to mark my track exactly so I can just follow it back out when we're ready to go. Yeah, wish us luck. How you feeling, lovey?
Better now.
I'm a bit rough, eh? I'm feeling pretty shit after that passage.
Yeah, it was the most uncomfortable.
The most uncomfortable we've ever been on. I actually feel worse now than I did when we arrived in Dar es Salaam after finishing the Indian. I feel horrible.
Yeah. I felt seasick pretty much the whole time.
Yeah. I just feel hungover.
Yeah.
No sleep.
Sleep deprived, because the movement this time was like a camel. It was like being on one of those mechanical balls.
It was bloody horrible, wasn't it?
It was awful, and you couldn't get off. So it'd be nice to have a couple of days rest
I
here.
think so too. Nick was saying that we should just continue. I was like, buddy, I actually just need a spell. That's the biggest and ugliest passage that we should have to do in Brazil.
Yeah.
The rest of them are just hops. Like we can hop if we wanted to. 100 miles to the north is Recife, and another 50 miles is Jacare. Like we can literally just bounce along now. So
I think we just do Jacare.
Oh, I think so too. Go and clear out and make the most, and just head around the north coast.
It's quite cool this morning.
It is cool. A big fog bank just inland there, which is a little bit unnerving for us to try and make our way up this river. We're just waiting on the pilot boat. He should be here any minute, apparently. Otherwise, we're gonna have to bloody...
Someone's very happy to be here.
Oh, isn't he? Look at him.
So we're just coming into Barra São Miguel, and it's such a dicey entrance that they have to lead you in. There's swell breaking across the entry, and it looks pretty dicey. Well, if we have to balk at it, we'll balk at it and keep going, but we'll see how we go. Shit. I don't like this. They're getting bigger, Brendan. He's very close to us. Oh fuck. Nick's pulling back. Holy fuck, babe. So that was pretty dicey. We've got 3 meters under us apparently, but when you can see rocks, everything, this goes against everything in your gut. This is certainly not for the faint at heart to come into this marina. It's, yeah, we just caught the set in and we were surfing down the waves with Teo right behind us. That was really hectic. So it's 9 meters deep here, would you believe? With that reef coming straight up and massive waves crashing over. Whew. I think we're both shaking after that one.
This is Med mooring for those who don't know. You basically come in and drop the anchor out in front and reverse back and then just try to cut the stern lines on. Not nearly as daunting as I thought it was going to be.
Takes a little bit of finesse getting in there. It's a lot of work to get in, but once you're in the right spot, if you drop anchor,
it's tricky. It's tricky knowing the distance, you know, especially with a catamaran when you've got to put a bridle on as well. So you've got to kind of guess and then hope you make it back the right distance. We shorten our bridle and then we can lengthen it if we need to come back closer to the dock. These guys have nailed this perfectly.
Excelsior is finally tucked away safely. Thanks again for watching, and join us next time as we explore this beautiful Brazilian coastline by a different mode of transport. Thanks again to all our Patreon crew. Stay tuned till next time.